It is 6 p.m., and you are completely exhausted from a long day at work. Your body aches, but when you look down at your smartwatch, the counter is stuck at 6,420 steps. So, you drag yourself to the park, forcing your tired legs to hit that magical 10,000-step mark, hoping it will finally flatten your belly. But here is the harsh reality. The belly fat stays, and you are just getting more burned out. Do you feel like a failure if you do not hit 10,000 steps? Do you truly believe that just walking more will magically melt away your subcutaneous and visceral fat? Stop right there. This is one of the most toxic weight loss myths of our time. The 10,000-step rule did not come from a medical lab. It was actually invented in 1965 as a marketing gimmick by a Japanese company trying to sell pedometers. But here is the ultimate irony. The Japanese currently have the lowest obesity rate in the world. And it is not because they are obsessed with hitting 10,000 steps. They stay lean through a culture of natural movement, a traditional diet, and most importantly, the way they walk every single day perfectly triggers a physiological mechanism that Western science now calls smart walking. In this video, we are going to expose this historic scam and reveal the exact hormonal switch that will help you burn belly fat in just 1/3 of the time. Why is it that two people can eat the exact same 1,500 calories, walk the exact same distance, yet one melts away fat while the other sees zero progress? The answer lies in two powerful hormones, cortisol and insulin. When you force yourself on a long walk while you are already exhausted or highly stressed, your body does not see it as a healthy fat-burning exercise. It perceives it as a severe threat. Your adrenal glands immediately pump out massive amounts of cortisol, your primary stress hormone. A constant state of high cortisol sends a desperate survival signal to your system, locking up your fat stores, especially that dangerous visceral fat wrapped around your belly, just to save energy for the perceived danger. A landmark 2019 study published in JAMA Internal Medicine, led by Dr. I-Min Lee and involving over 16,000 women, proved this perfectly. They found that mortality rates and health improvements actually plateau at 7,500 steps. Pushing yourself to 10,000 or even 12,000 steps does not give you any extra metabolic benefits. In fact, if your form is bad, forcing those extra steps can actually cause joint inflammation and increase oxidative stress. Modern physiology shows us that it is not about the sheer number of steps you take. How you step and when you step determine whether your body burns stored glucose or stored fat. Here are the 4 signals of the smart walking method. Signal number 1, the 15-minute post-meal rule. This is your ultimate insulin break. Instead of forcing yourself through a grueling 1-hour walk early in the morning, try breaking it down. Take a gentle 15-minute stroll right after your meals. Here is the fascinating science behind why this works. When you eat, your blood sugar levels naturally spike. To manage this, your pancreas releases insulin to clear the sugar from your bloodstream. But there is a catch. High insulin acts as a master switch that completely turns off your body's ability to burn fat. However, when you walk at a leisurely pace immediately after eating, something amazing happens inside your body. The gentle rhythmic contraction of your leg muscles activates a special type of receptor called GLUT4. Think of these receptors as hidden doors on your muscle cells. They have the unique ability to pull sugar straight out of your blood and into the muscles, completely bypassing the need for insulin. The result is incredible. Your blood sugar stabilizes rapidly, your insulin levels drop, and that metabolic master switch flips back to fat-burning mode, allowing your body to finally tap into that stubborn belly fat. The practical guide here is simple. Just take a relaxed 10 to 15-minute stroll after lunch and after dinner. But please take this warning seriously. Do not power walk and do not jog. Doing high-intensity cardio right after eating will divert blood away from your stomach and into your limbs. This will cause acid reflux, disrupt your digestion, and create unnecessary physical stress. Keep it slow, keep it peaceful, and let your biology do the heavy lifting. Signal number 2. Interval walking. This is your ultimate tool when you are short on time but need maximum fat-burning results. While our first signal was all about a slow, peaceful stroll, this technique is about the power of contrast. You will alternate between high-speed power walking and deep relaxation. Developed by Dr. Hiroshi Noze in Japan, this specific method relies on a fascinating biological concept called hormesis. Hormesis is essentially a mild, healthy shock to your cardiovascular system. When you suddenly increase your walking pace, your body's demand for oxygen skyrockets. This sudden physiological panic forces your cells to activate their mitochondria. These are the tiny energy factories deep inside your cells. By challenging your system this way, you can actually increase your insulin sensitivity by up to 17% compared to just walking at a steady, monotonous pace. Here is exactly how you do it. Start with a simple 3-minute warm-up. Then, walk as fast as you possibly can for 3 minutes. You should push yourself to the point where you feel slightly out of breath, making it difficult to hold a normal conversation. After those 3 minutes of intense effort, drop your speed and switch immediately to a slow, relaxing stroll for another 3 minutes. You just repeat this fast and slow cycle 4 to 5 times. The entire routine takes only about 30 minutes. The benefits are absolutely massive. Not only does it save you hours of wandering around aimlessly, but this intense cycle is proven to break down deep, stubborn fat 20% more effectively than standard walking. Signal number 3. Sustained Zone 2 walking. This is your foundation for those relaxing days. While our previous signal used intense intervals to shock your system when you are in a rush, Zone 2 walking serves a completely different purpose. This is your engine for deep, continuous fat burning. Let us look at the science. When you stay in Zone 2, which is roughly 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate, your body is in a perfect state of equilibrium. You are taking in plenty of oxygen. This abundance of oxygen is absolutely critical because it allows your body to perform a chemical process called beta-oxidation. In simple terms, this means your body has all the oxygen it needs to break down stored fatty acids and use them for fuel. Here is the trap most people fall into. They think walking faster is always better. But if you walk too fast and push your heart rate too high, your body suddenly runs low on oxygen. When that happens, your system panics. It immediately stops burning fat and switches to burning stored sugar, just to keep your muscles moving. So, how do you know if you are perfectly in Zone 2 without an expensive smartwatch? You use the talk test. Walk at a pace where you can comfortably speak a long, complete sentence without gasping for air. However, your pace should be brisk enough that you cannot sing a full song. If you have to pause and catch your breath in the middle of a sentence, you are going too fast. Slow down, breathe deeply, and let the fat burning begin. Signal number 4. Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This is your ultimate cortisol reset button. Think about where you usually walk. Is it on a loud, motorized treadmill in a crowded gym, or along a polluted, stressful city sidewalk? It is time to take your walk out of that chaotic environment and step into nature. There is a profound biological reason for this. Researchers at Chiba University in Japan made an incredible discovery. When you walk among trees, You inhale invisible organic compounds called phytoncides. These are natural essential oils released by the trees to protect themselves. But when these compounds enter your human bloodstream, they perform a metabolic miracle. The study proved that breathing in these phytoncides directly reduces your cortisol levels by an impressive 16%. It immediately lowers your blood pressure and actively calms down your sympathetic nervous system, pulling you out of that constant fight-or-flight mode. Why does this matter for your belly? Because, as we established earlier, high cortisol is the exact hormone that locks visceral fat tightly around your liver and intestines. Bringing your stress hormones down is the absolute prerequisite for your body to feel safe enough to finally let that dangerous fat go. Here is your practical guide. Dedicate at least 1 or 2 days this weekend to walking in a local park, a forest, or anywhere with a dense canopy of trees. But there is a strict rule to make this work. Take off your headphones. Do not look at your phone. Let your mind completely detach from digital stress. Breathe deeply and allow nature to physically heal your metabolism. So, how do we put all of this together? To stop the endless headache of counting every single step, we need to turn these biological principles into your natural daily reflexes. Here is a highly practical, stress-free, smart walking routine designed for a typical busy workday. Let us start at 12:30 in the afternoon, right after you finish lunch. Instead of immediately sitting back down at your desk, take a relaxed 10 to 15-minute stroll around your workplace or outside the building. As we learned, this perfectly activates those GLUT4 receptors, rapidly clearing sugar from your bloodstream without forcing your body to pump out excess insulin. Fast forward to 5:30 in the evening, when your workday is finally over. Make one small lifestyle change. Park your car a little further away from your office or get off the bus one stop early. Use this extra distance to enjoy a peaceful, steady zone to walk home. Or, if you have the time to change into comfortable athletic clothes, head straight to a nearby park. Spend just 20 to 30 minutes applying the interval walking technique. Alternate between 3 minutes of fast, breathless walking and 3 minutes of slow recovery. This is your daily targeted strike to break down that stubborn belly fat. Then, the weekend arrives. Dedicate just one morning to your forest bathing session. Walk slowly and mindfully through a natural green environment. This is your dedicated time to completely flush out the week's buildup of cortisol and deeply decompress. If you follow this simple blueprint, you might end your day with fewer than 6,000 steps. But listen closely. The metabolic stability and the visceral fat reduction you will achieve will absolutely destroy the results of someone mindlessly grinding out 10,000 steps in a state of exhaustion. Your body is not a simple counting machine. It is a highly complex, beautifully designed biological system driven by hormones. Losing stubborn belly fat does not come from torturing yourself with unrealistic daily targets. It comes from truly understanding how your cells, your insulin, and your cortisol actually work together. The quality of your steps matters so much more than the sheer quantity. I challenge you to take action right now. Try the 15-minute post-meal walking rule today and feel the difference in your digestion and energy. I also want to hear your story. How old are you? Where are you tuning in from? And how many steps do you usually force yourself to take each day? What has been your past experience with walking for weight loss? Leave a comment down below. Our community is growing every day, and we will work together to discuss and find the absolute best metabolic strategy for your unique body. Do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the real truth behind metabolic health. I will see you in the next video, where we will continue to use hard science to protect your body.